I never dreamt that she was planning a trip to the Middle East. At first, I thought she was kidnapped. The first time she left, the dad paid for everything. Abdullah's father helped her get the tickets and put her on the plane.
The FBI immediately began working on the case, confiscating the family computer.
He'll only identify himself as 20-year-old Abdullah, a self-described wealthy businessman from Israel who fantasizes of marrying 16-year-old Katherine.
The FBI had tracked her on a flight to Jordan. I felt like it was days of waiting, wondering what was going on.
The FBI detained Katherine in Jordan, talking her into coming back to America.
This is a story that's not over.
He says he's since talked to her and doesn't understand what all the fuss is about.
She never even got to see Abdullah.
He says he loves her and still plans to marry her once she's no longer underage.
She's mine, she's only mine, and I do love her a lot.
By us not being able to see each other the first time, it just made us want to see each other more.
I feel as though Katherine has been brainwashed. This man has been talking to my daughter for almost 2 years now. Anything he says, she just believes it. It's odd.
I have heard him call her a slut, a whore, a no-good, rotten bitch, and she would just listen. She never said a word back.
You said that you were shocked when she answers to bitch as though it's her name.
She replies right back, yes. Katherine came out and told me right out of the blue, I think I'm gonna go see Abdullah next week. My exact response, are you stupid? She made it very clear that nothing was gonna stop her this time from flying over to the Middle East to meet Abdullah.
I am powerless. My daughter is 18. According to the state of Michigan, she's an adult. She can do what she wants.
When the first time I've seen Katherine, my body was shaking. I was like, oh, yeah, she is, yeah. This dream becomes true.
When Sean and Mary talk to Katherine on the phone, they say there's something different in her voice.
She kept saying, I love you, I love you.
Does she talk to you with him around or without him around?
He's right over her shoulder.
Katherine is now joining us via satellite now. We've asked her boyfriend, Abdullah, to wait in another room just to satisfy me that Katherine could speak freely. Sean, is there anything you want to say to Katherine?
I love you, honey, and I miss you. I want you to come home.
You said you were going to come home last week.
I liked it too much, so I decided to just stay longer.
Now, the U.S. Department of State has issued a travel warning and is urging all Americans to leave the West Bank where Katherine is living.
My gut feeling is that she is gonna get hurt over there and not be able to come home.
My greatest fear is that she will be killed over there.
Now, Katherine's family says they live in fear that their daughter may never return home. But Katherine says that she and Abdullah are definitely coming back. They just want to spend a little more time on the Gaza Strip.
I decided to go to the Middle East to see Abdullah. It's the only reason. I knew nothing about the Middle East. We don't learn about that in school. I don't know anything about it. And I still really don't. The thing that I'm attracted to with Abdullah is his heart because he's so genuine and he's a good person.
I honestly think Abdullah has brainwashed my sister.
I like Katherine, her smile. She's beautiful. She has a good heart. She's so sweet. She makes me happy most of the time.
I want Abdullah to come to the United States. I want to be with him, and that's the only way that we'll be together is if he comes back with me.
I am in love with him.
I believe that my daughter has gotten involved with a man that wants a meal ticket to the United States.
I think when Abdullah first gets to America, he's gonna freak out. I think it's gonna be crazy. I'm taking him to McDonald's. I can't stop talking about it.
I am very fearful that Katherine and Abdullah will be married there. She will become pregnant and have the baby there if he's not allowed to come here, and she will have to leave a child behind. I don't want her to feel the pain that I feel. At 18, you're naive, gullible. You tend to think life is a fairy tale.
I see our life together in the States good, really good. We love each other a lot, so we're strong. We always will be.
Abdullah, let me ask you, do you intend to get married?
Yeah, we are going to get married. Like over there, I just promised her family that we're going to get married over there.
Okay, so you plan to marry here in the United States?
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
are you working to get a visa at this point?
Well, yeah.
How long does it usually take over there to get a visa?
I don't know, like a week or a couple weeks at the most, or 10 days. That depends.
How long have you been trying to get one?
I never tried before, but I was like asking, you know, people from the American Embassy and some people from the news.
We're gonna be hopefully meeting with him tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna have a meeting tomorrow.
Because you haven't really been to talk to him ever, have you, Abdullah? You've never been down to have the interview?
No, I never had an interview with the American Embassy.
Abdullah, I'm here with Katherine's mother, of course, which you can see. Sean, is there anything you wanted to say or ask Abdullah?
I would like to ask you, Abdullah, why you've told me many times that you have already filled out these papers to come over to the United States. So are you telling me that you've been lying to me?
I did say that, but I thought it was true, but it wasn't. I kept telling Katherine about that, and she knew about it.
So you've known my daughter for almost 2 years. You say you're in love with her. You can come to the United States, but you just haven't. Abdullah, there's something in my gut saying that there's a reason why you are not here.
Abdullah, as far as we know, you've certainly broken no law in the United States because she is 18 by the time that she has come over there. And at this point, they would just like for y'all to come over here and sit down around the kitchen table and have a conversation about what your intentions are and what the future holds for their daughter. I think any family would want to do that.
I would love for that to happen.
So, Abdullah, you understand that there are certain things that you have to go through. You have to fill out paperwork with the American Embassy. You have to have an interview with the American Embassy so they can make a determination as to what your intentions and plans are in the United States, and then a visa can be issued so you can get on a plane and come over here.
I am willing to do that. I am willing to do that.
Does it not bother you that he has lied for 2 years about getting his visa?
Yeah, it does. But
And if he's going to lie about you about that, what else has he lied to you about?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know nothing about him, Katherine. Nothing.
That's why I don't want to go home. It's because this is what I'm going to hear.
Okay.
And I don't want to have to hear that.
Okay, well, you don't have to hear that. I didn't know what you were getting ready to ask. That's not really where we want to go right now. My question, Abdullah, you said it's a good idea. Will you support her coming home Friday? And I'm not saying she has to stay for any period of time. Just come home. If she wants to turn around and go back soon, that's okay. Would you support her coming home in 3 days on Friday?
How about we talk about it as she said on the phone?
We're on the phone. I mean, we're talking about it now.
In private.
I mean, in private.
Okay. So, Katherine, you said you wanted to come home. You said it was a good idea. You said you would agree. And now you're saying no, you want to talk to Abdullah about it first.
Well, I would like, because I don't just want to say, yeah, I'll go home, because I do really like it here, and I was hoping I could stay like another week or so, but.
I'm not forcing her. She can go wherever she wants, but I'm telling her that she's having fun over here, and like happens like once in a while, like once in life. How do you say it?
Oh, once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. Okay.
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't want you to be selfish. Will you do it Friday?
I'll do it Friday.
Your
With
mother
a round
needs you
trip?
here.
Is that round trip?
So we have an agreement then. I'll say round trip ticket, and you will come on Friday.
I'll come on Friday.
Okay, Abdullah, that's okay with you? That's okay?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Okay.
I'm happy for her.
Okay, and then we will work with you about the visa and getting you with the embassy and getting the visa, okay?
Okay.
What do you think about the conversation Abdullah and I just had?
I do not believe him. I think there is a reason why he has not already applied for this paperwork. There's some reason.
Mm-hmm. Mary, what do you think?
It's just another reason why I don't have any respect for him, because I don't believe him.
Well, I don't think anybody here believed a word he said, right? Okay, and the reason that I wanted to stop you is at this point, I'm trying to get her home. And so I didn't want to create discourse. I totally agree with what you're saying. I mean, come on, 2 years. We've talked to the embassy. We've been all over this. It's not an instantaneous thing, and post 9/11, the challenges are greater, particularly from the Middle East, but it's doable. It's absolutely doable. I have one goal right now. My immediate goal is to get her back on U.S. soil, get her back home where he isn't here, and then we'll put you on her like a duck on a June bug, okay? And I want you to use your logic and common sense to do this. So just, get all over her. But what we hear from him, what I hear from him, just in my opinion, he sounds to me to be very immature, very condescending. Certainly there are some cultural issues there that they are ignoring. So the number one goal is to get her out of there and back here, correct? So we're going to stay on top of it, see if we can get her on that plane Friday. I think it's 50-50, but we've got a commitment, and she's going to have a hard time when she made that commitment to me and made that agreement. So we need to get her home now and make our stand. So that's our plan, and we will stay in touch about all this, right? You lived the very reality that you fear. This is exactly what you fear, correct?
Correct.
And it took you 18 months to get out?
It took me 18 months to find a way out of Iran, and I had to do it from within the country. Lots of people outside the country tried to help, but there was no way. I had no rights. My fear, after listening to what you've said so far and watching the feed, is that even DrPhil can't bring her out if she's married and he says she can't leave. So if they get married before Friday, even you can't bring her out of the country.
Yeah. Oh, I think we all feel helpless sitting here. You actually showed your daughter the movie, right?
Yes.
And what'd she say?
That's in a different area. A lot of that's just made up, she'd say. Pretty much any time I questioned her on anything, it was, she'd come back and tell me I was stupid, leave her alone.
Bottom line, they're right to be concerned.
They're absolutely right to be concerned. I mean, she's so young, she's naive, too trusting, but I think you're right. After watching him, he is very immature and has been totally dishonest, as my husband was with me. But we're dealing, if he were not Palestinian, it would be a big problem. I could see that. But when you add the international aspect, yes, you have every right to be concerned.
And you're still in hiding because?
I always feared that he would just be around the corner ready to take us back. He promised that if I ever managed to leave Iran, not believing that I could, that he would spend the rest of his life to find me, kill me, and take Mahtab back. He threatened my life many times in Iran. So that has been my fear. As time passes, we let our guard down a little bit, but something always happens to remind us that we do have to be alert.
I'm so proud of your courage to fight your way out of there and protect your daughter. Let's hope. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.